Oh, the fucking movement. Hi,
Whatever.
Billy.
Fuck it.
It's the CrossYAAS podcast again. We haven't recorded in a while.
Hey,
Okay.
you're right. We haven't recorded in a while. How long has it been? Like,
I think it's probably been January. Yeah, probably January. Or I don't think we recorded last year. I think we had something earlier this year. It's probably January.
I think it was January. I think we did like 2
Yeah.
in a row or something.
So we're making up for it, I guess. I had some free time tonight, and Billy's not busy shoving things up her butt tonight, and maybe a little
Well,
later. So
I need to. I need to set a timer on my phone for my butt pill.
there you go. And we'll elaborate on that in a little bit. But usually we do DDTs tonight, but we haven't talked, so we're just going to update each other on our lives. But maybe Billy will go first as she swallows more
Just
pills
no, as I just put pills under my tongue.
of her mouth.
I will talk a little bit while my tongue is stuck.
Not in her ass.
No, not on my ass. I don't know. You go first. I gotta let this thing dissolve.
So it is April. It's tax season. I don't know. Honestly, the only reason I bring it up is because this year is one of the first years they won't let you itemize deductions. I don't know if anyone cares about that, but I owe a lot of money this year, and I'm just like, good God, it's very annoying. But yeah, I didn't get a refund this year, and having to make more money, so it's annoying. But I've been busy with this little guy. He is 9 months old. Imagine that. This guy's like way old now.
You're talking about chomps for the listeners.
Oh yeah,
not
sorry.
not
This
a
guy.
child.
Yeah, no, this guy, not my penis. My penis is 9 months old. But no, I'm talking about Chomps. He's here for if anyone's watching on video. He's around sniffing, finding a seat. There you go. He found something. Yeah, I've been busy with him. I finished my travel job, so I'm here mostly. Still with Curse, still together. Everyone's like, "Oh, how's marriage?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, we're still married, so it's always a good
Well,
sign."
how's marriage?
We're married.
Oh yeah, that's a nice
Yeah,
elaboration.
so it's nice. Yeah. I think the challenge with a dog in a marriage has been tough because I also still work in the Bay and I'm down here. Well, this guy he's like approaching that age where he'll eat fucking everything. So yesterday he ate Curse's Apple Pencil
Oh no.
and he's eating all this shit. And Curse got really upset and scared because he's never done that before. And he's gotten
Mm.
into other stuff. So she's like, "Should I take him to the vet?" And I was like, "Is he choking? Is he dying?" And he's not. So, but, like, I'm actively looking in his poop for random shards of Apple Pencil. So it's really, she's like, "Did he poop? Did he poop the pencil?" And I'm looking in there. I'm like, "No." I'm like digging in there. It's warm, and I'm like, "Ugh."
I
And
mean, did you find anything else that's interesting?
there's this weird like spinachy thing looking. I'm like, "Ugh." Is that an apple pencil? I don't know. I mean, it is a vegetable, but
Maybe.
yeah. So doing that. Yeah, he's fuck. Puppies are the most work ever. Like when we're down here and I'm not working, and so I just got off work last night. I flew in this morning and he barked like the whole fucking time. And I'm like, all right, you piece of shit. I will take you to the dog park. So I took him to the dog park where he's like, I was telling Billy, so there's a lot of dog penises out there, like a lot of lipstick. The last time we talked about lipstick. So funniest thing, right? So I was telling Billy this earlier. There is a guy there who brought his dog. He's probably in his mid-20s. I don't know if he knows anything about dogs, but his dog is like a Doberman German Shepherd mix. And he's like I think about a year old, and he goes up to Chomps, and he's a boy, and he gets really excited. He jumps on Chomps, and he like how dogs like lock in the other dogs' like legs to really secure
Mm-hmm.
the fucking right. And he gets off on him, and I look and the guy's like, "Oh, whoa, whoa!" And then like I was like, "Oh, it's fine, let him go." Chumps will he breaks out of it, right? Chumps is will be a very good prisoner. He's very bad at torture. He'll go, jump out of it. So he runs around, and then the guy, the owner is like, "Oh, are you okay with that?" I was like, "Yeah, no, it's cool, man. Let him run around." He's like, "Oh man, hey, do dogs swing that way?" I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, and of course I'm trying to look at him like, I think he's just excited. I don't, but I think he literally was asking, "Are there gay dogs?" And I'm like, I mean, I don't know how some dogs identify sexually, but I think they have a penis and they just wanna fuck things. I don't know if they have preferences on whether it's a boy or a girl, or again, I don't know how dogs identify, but his penis was out there and it was I think it just Chomps just ran out of it, but it was one that was really, really funny, so I was like, "What? Gay dogs?" Yeah. Yeah, my dog is very I mean, if Chomps were to identify, he probably would be I don't know, he'd be open to it, you know? His ass would be his ass would be freely open to a fucking. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to is this little guy. You know, getting open to fucking. So yeah, that's the past 2 months. Chomps has gotten older, been working. I know I haven't been on the Discord a lot, and I'm super still into cryptocurrencies. It's a thing, and I still hope to retire next year, so I can probably do more stuff. But yeah. Oh, and moving. I know I've been trying to get Billy to move to the Bay, and it was a whole thing because I brought Chomps to the Bay. I drove him up
Oh
like
wow.
last week to move shit because I was like, oh, it'll be fun. No, don't ever bring a dog to move things,
No.
especially a puppy, because he cried, he yelled every time I put things in the car. He would get like super like separation anxiety. He'd be like, "Where are you? Where are you?" You know, in dog bark, which is the same as like, "I gotta poop, I gotta pee." It's all just barking. So yeah, moving him to the Bay, moved all his stuff down. He had a good time. He met my other friend's dog, Nymphadora, who's an Irish setter doodle, very cute. Had a good time. Not a lot of humping, but yeah, it was fun.
Oh, that's why he was open to it today, and
Yeah, he
was
was open to the fucking yes.
and that's why he was going crazy on the way back.
Yes, he was having a great time.
He was very anxious.
Indeed. Anxious butthole. Speaking of buttholes, Billy. Just kidding. But yeah,
What
no,
about my butthole?
yeah. So what have you been up to? You know, what's been up your ass lately, or what's been
um,
busy?
lately,
Yeah, last 2 months.
oh,
What have
oh,
you done? Uh oh.
uh, just medicine. That's it.
Okay,
nothing, nothing
is that another
exciting.
word for penis, or is that?
No,
Oh, it's not
no,
code. It's actual medicine. Okay.
actual medicine. Yeah,
All right. All right. Okay.
yeah. Just the progesterone. Just
Oh
because I
yeah,
think
yeah. Talk to us about it. I
one of
mean,
the last
last.
times
Yeah, yeah. What were you
you
last
and I
two last
talked,
times?
that was around the time I started taking it. Um, that has been pretty good for the most part. Like, um, I'm trying to think of how or why it was good because some parts I feel like were bad, but it could have been very situational.
Hmm.
Um, I think it like really affected my mood, especially at first. Maybe now I think maybe it's leveled out. But I definitely started getting pretty depressed after taking it for about a month. That also could have been very situational, just with like the work stuff going on and me trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like move and whatever. And um, but physically, there's been a lot of good changes. Like there's definitely been like some additional like growth and I don't know, just changes. There's lots of physical changes happening, and
Yeah.
I notice them all the time because I'm constantly either looking at old photos of myself or Google is reminding me to look at old photos of myself. A little bit of both. Um, but those are good. But I'm bad at taking them, kind of, because I'm
Yeah.
supposed to take them before going to bed. Um, the pill says to take orally. There's a lot of internet research or people that have taken it before that say that taking up the butt is the better method. Some people like to like poke holes in them with like a needle or whatever. I think that's a bit too much personally. I can
Yeah, you already
barely
have
even
a hole
remember
in you. Yeah.
I can barely remember to stick it up there on its own. Um but it's been good. I just need to get better at taking it. I just need to get better. I need a better bedtime.
Mm.
More
What
like
time? Like
more
like what?
Like, I just need a better routine, a better nighttime routine.
So what is it now? What's your routine now?
I lay in my bed playing on my phone until I pass out.
We should instead of play with your phone, you should play with your ass.
Yeah. Well, there's always the urge after I take the pill, I always wanted to do the ass stuff.
Hmm. What? Sorry.
But it's like I shouldn't because I just stuck a fucking pill up there and it needs to like
That's
do
true.
its thing.
Yeah. Huh. Like, sorry, it's just so it's. I have the dirtiest mind, but it's just funny. Like, oh, while you're doing your thing, you should do your own thing. Yeah. Like,
Well,
oh, do you like finger yourself? Like you put it up the ass and then you like play with it in there? I mean, or is it just it's
no,
just
no. I mean,
no.
you like I don't know how other people do it. This is the way that I do it. So whatever. I get a little lube, put it on my finger, lube up my butt, and ram it up there just to kind of get the passageway lubed up.
Mm.
You have to
Is that
get
what it's
this.
called?
You have to get the crocodile mile like spray in.
What the
So you
hell is
can.
crocodile mile? What is that? I've never heard of that. Is that a
You've never seen a.
science?
Oh man, maybe I'm dating myself.
Yeah, what is that? I've never
You
heard
know
of
what
it.
slip and slides are?
Yes.
Okay, it was a slip and slide, but had like a crocodile mouth at the end. I think that was a thing.
And
It had like a big
we-
splash pool at the end. I'll find a
oh
video. I'll
yeah, it
find
does.
a
Oh, interesting. Is that a? Oh, okay. Crocodile. I'll have to look that up. Interesting. Okay. Sorry. Go on. As you.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's a thing. Oh, it's definitely a thing. It's like early 90s. Maybe it's
Oh,
because like you're from like the city or whatever. They
yeah.
don't
We didn't
really
have
have.
crocodile miles.
You
Yeah,
didn't
we
have
had slip and slide.
crocodiles.
Yeah, we don't have. Yeah, there's no crocodile dials in Southern California. Yeah, that we have here. Sorry. I also don't really shove things up my ass anymore. Well, not this week.
Not this week.
Yeah.
So anyway, I lube up the. I just lube up the path and put a little more lube, and I take the pill and I go bloop, get it as far as I can get it.
I really like the sound. Do you put a sound effect with your ass?
No,
Like,
go for your drink again.
yeah, yeah.
Bloop.
Sorry, that's really cool. Okay, okay.
Bloop. Yeah, so you just get it up there and you let it like do its thing. It like
Huh. And
dissolves and it's like a
yeah,
soft, like a gel cap.
and so you leave it in there for what? 10 seconds, 30 seconds, and then
So
you
you
have like urge to poop.
well, you take it before going to bed, and that's why I'm bad at taking it because it like makes you tired and sleepy and stuff.
Okay. And you've done that for how many weeks?
Since January,
Oh, okay.
so a few months,
Yeah. Any
4 months.
noticeable differences after the medicine, or is there kind of same? What's been different?
I mean, my boobs have been growing a
Oh, nice.
ton.
Yeah.
They're definitely noticeable. Um, I mean, just ongoing changes, just normal shit. For me, it's normal, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
My skin's softer. Like it just keeps getting
Yeah.
softer and softer.
Nice.
More strength loss. I don't know. I just feel more in tune with myself too.
Yeah. Mentally and physically, or is
Mm-hmm.
the physical like is helping your mental state? That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hmm.
Once I started getting past that little bit of depression there, that's a whole other deal.
You want to talk about it, or is that a Patreon exclusive where we dissect Billy's mental state? I don't know.
I mean, either way,
Oh, all right. Well, give him a preview, Billy. I don't know. Who cares?
it's nothing like fantastic or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of goes into what else has been going on with me besides podcast stuff and work and
Yeah.
um it was about a month ago. We had a meeting and I don't know, I just didn't want to be there at all. Like
Yeah.
just the feeling I was getting was really really bad. Once the once the meeting was out, we all go out to the parking lot and we usually all like talk in our little groups and have like our breakfast and our drink or whatever and bullshit. And then we like leave off to our jobs and go be alone again. Um, so it was like after that meeting, I like kind of even leading up to that meeting, I'd had this one job from hell that I just been like stuck there, and people were just like not nice, not fun to be around.
Yeah, yeah,
So going into that meeting, not wanting to be there, and having the rejection from my company about the thing that I wanted to like move up on,
yeah, yeah,
and I remember leaving that meeting and going outside, and I felt like I didn't have a place to go to or like a group to be in.
yeah,
Like I didn't feel like I belonged in any of it.
yeah.
Um, and I knew kind of right then and there that I needed to get some kind of help because I've noticed it like building up and getting to that point.
Hmm.
So I like got on my on the way to my first job. I got on my phones and I'm like looking for my looking through my insurance website, just trying to find some type of like therapist or something to get
Sure, sure.
just to get something going again.
Yeah,
It's been quite a while since I've had any kind of therapy, and there's been a lot of changes since
yeah,
the last time I've done
yeah.
a
Got
shit
a
ton.
couple. Yeah.
Just like
So,
9.5 months of hormones or something. I don't know.
yeah.
Hey, wow, there's bright. It's so bright.
Sorry. Like Chelsea was like, the fuck?
I know you woke Chomps up.
Yeah.
You might get your earphone warning.
Oh yeah. Sorry, everyone. No, he started from the dog part. Sorry. Go
Oh,
on.
okay, okay. So I'm on my phone looking for something, and I noticed that my phone or that my insurance covered cerebral. Not that this isn't a cerebral ad, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah,
But I noticed that my insurance covered it, and I figured with the way finding like therapists and shit is, it's so fucking difficult
it is.
in general. So I'm like, I feel like this is just the easiest way for me to get something quick.
Yeah.
Um, so I signed up for it, and for my insurance, they cover like the medical side, so like someone who could prescribe you stuff, or it also covers the like the talk therapy side.
Yeah.
So they had me lined up for a prescriber because I was interested in stuff for just things that I go through because I feel like I've got a bit of ADHD. Uh,
Hmm.
it's to me it's pretty fucking obvious.
Same here, but yeah, I have the same here.
Um, so anyway, she ended up prescribing me some Zoloft,
Okay.
and I've been taking that since. It's been about a month.
And has it helped?
I think it's helped. I mean, it takes like a month or so for it to like
Yeah.
build up, but I definitely have noticed, at least outside of work, things feel a lot better.
Oh, good.
I started painting again,
Nice.
which has been really nice. I've been posting a lot of that on the internet, and
Yeah.
I actually sold 2 pieces, so I'm
Ooh.
officially a pro.
Wow.
I know I'm a pro
Very cool.
artist.
How much did you sell it for?
20 $20 a piece.
Nice. Who bought
So
it?
for
Or was it a fan? Was it your CrossYAAS fan? Sorry.
one of them, yeah,
Nice.
actually,
There you
you
go.
know the one that recognized me.
I know because you're fucking famous. Yeah.
Speaking of me being famous,
Oh, here we go.
with all this like
Yeah.
all this depression shit going on, I still had a
Yeah.
lot of good times.
Nice.
Um, I met a few people from the podcast, or a couple
Cool.
people.
Cool. Hmm.
I met Kasha. Kasha
Nice.
came to town, and
Very cool.
we went to the drag show, and that was a
Yay.
lot of fun. I hope to record with her in person sometime soon, so that would be really cool.
Hmm.
And then Ray, who I is just the latest episode that I put out.
Yep.
She came down, and spent the weekend with me, and we went to museum and
Very cool.
had some fancy schmancy dinner, and went to a concert, recorded the podcast episode, in person. I
Yeah.
had the in person episode with my coworkers, which was really good.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of like cool interactions with
Yeah.
people. Um, Shit, even last Sunday, I met someone at church, and I was just talking with her, and she was telling me that she was an art. She's an artist and had like a studio, and she's like, and I just asking her about it. She's like, yeah, I did these like giant 5 foot by 7 foot canvases, in like her studio, and immediately I'm like, oh, I want to see that. That sounds
Yeah.
cool. But we were also like facilitating small groups, so we right after I found out, we had to like break off into our groups.
Yeah.
And I just slipped my mind.
Mm.
Um, then the next week I had like a fucking hell week with on call, which I don't even want to talk about. And then yeah, this last Sunday, that was when I saw her again, and I asked her about her art, because I had just started painting again, and I showed her some of my stuff. She showed me a bunch of her stuff, and apparently she has got like art and galleries all over the world, and
Very cool.
I think taught art at some like high level, and super super cool. She gave me her phone number. Yeah,
Very cool.
so
Look
that
at
was a
you.
really cool that was a cool meet, and she's from Texas.
Oh,
That's
cool people.
actually how I clicked with her, because I met her last year in like October November time,
Yeah.
and like we were at they call the class getting connected, is where you just like meet people and stuff, and she came in like the second week, and I just introduced myself, and she's like, oh, I'm from Texas, I just moved here, and I'm like, what, where from Texas, because I had been there for like
Yeah.
a year here or whatever, and she's like, Austin. I'm like, oh, so you probably know about College Station, because it's not too far away. And she's like, yeah. So we, kind of clicked
Very cool. That's cool.
immediately, and so yeah, it's been really cool.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What an exciting past. I mean, you've been in California now almost 2 years in August, right?
2 years in August. Yeah,
Wow. Crazy how time flies.
I feel like I've done so much stuff in
Way
two
more than Texas.
years. Well,
I feel like
yeah.
you I feel like you've lived a different life in 2 years, like a brand new life, and it's really cool to watch from
Hmm.
afar and up close. I
From
feel like yeah.
afar.
I mean, I'm like, I know we haven't hung out because I've been busy and I know you've been working. I mean, that's no excuse, but we haven't recorded as much, and my time off the podcast has been. I mean, it's been a bit, and everyone around us that when we met. I mean, we recorded our episode 3 years ago,
Hmm.
which is insane, and I think we're still really good friends, and still contact. I wish it was better. I think that's partly on me, and just our lives. I mean, I see the people around us that we knew, like Sierra and Ty and Lily and uh, Maddie and everyone else around us is growing, and it's very cool to watch from
Hmm.
afar and up close.
Definitely, definitely.
Very cool, and especially your progress. Like you can just track it and see, like, oh, you're at a drag show. Oh, with your friends. Oh, you're like at here and you're painting. I was like, oh, I'm very proud of you, Billy.
Oh, thanks. I probably overshare.
Oh, oversharing is okay.
I feel like I overshare, but I also feel like I don't share enough sometimes.
Yeah. Mm. Do you feel like you're fulfilled now in life? Do you feel like you have purpose or meaning or you know? Because I feel like with depression, it feels. I mean, it's more internal, right? So you think there's like you don't mean anything or I don't matter or I don't know for some people, and it's just and you just get into this like self like fulfilling prophecy or this like constant like downhill spiral where you're like, oh, I feel this way, and then oh, this makes this, and then I don't know if that's how you feel, but from my friends that have been told about depression, or they kind of get like that.
For me, right now, it feels very compartmentalized.
Hmm.
Like, it's very much
Yeah,
work related for me now.
yeah,
Um, a lot of the other aspects of my life are pretty good. Can't really complain. I have a lot of good relationships. I have a lot of support.
nice.
Um, I mean, I really I can't complain in that aspect, and I know um, doing the podcast and talking to people and all that stuff. I know there's a lot of purpose in that, and I know a lot of people get a lot from this.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think for me it's very compartmentalized. I think.
Hmm. So doing the podcast just makes you happy and makes you like again purpose and
Hmm.
helping others. Yeah, I think that's what I had when I first did it, and then it kind of just grew away from it because I like seeing other people succeed, and you've definitely killed it. I say this every time, like you made this podcast way better, and it just I don't know it comes from. I mean, you embody everything I wanted the podcast to be. Someone to like, express yourself and not give a fuck, and still sort of same old things. And it's like, oh, that's Billy in a nutshell, giving less of a fuck and doing whatever you want, and you know, very happy. We went this direction, or most
Hmm.
well, you went this direction, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, and I still have my issues.
Hmm.
I mean, I still have my fears and or moments like I still have my fears of going, just leaving my fucking car sometimes and going into a store or
Yeah.
going to a restaurant or whatever. It's usually when I'm by myself, it's harder.
Yeah.
But I've never had any like bad interactions with anybody, so
Hmm.
it's just kind of a I don't know. It's just one of those like expectations that I have.
Hmm.
Probably old
Yeah.
thought patterns and shit that I've learned back home.
Yeah. And old habits die hard, right? Like for all of
Mhm.
us.
Mhm.
Just getting over those. I still have those similar thoughts. Even dressing up, and I haven't dressed up in. It's been about 2 years since I
We're
think.
gonna get you out. We're gonna get you
I
out.
know one of these days. Maybe I
I'm
know
gonna
we're
get
having
you
dinner
out.
next week.
Next week we're gonna get out.
Yeah, we have like lunch or brunch next week. Maybe I'll dress up for that. I haven't dressed
Dress
up
up for
in.
that. Get all dressed up.
Yeah, for brunch. So I
Yeah.
get the fucking brunch wasted, and I
We're
got
gonna
to
get
drive home.
Thursday brunch wasted.
Yeah. Yeah, Thursday. Well, we'll do. Well, I thought was
Or
it Friday
wait,
or
was
Thursday?
it what day did you want to do?
I
Friday
thought it was
works too.
Friday. Yeah, yeah, Friday.
Oh, what the
Because
fuck?
I mean, I get home on Thursday,
Okay,
so
yeah, Friday's great. Friday's great.
yeah,
Y'all are
Friday.
hearing all of our plans.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, we're doing a brunch Friday. If anyone wants to meet Billy, famous Billy from the CrossYAAS podcast,
And you know that other Giselle
some other
person.
dumb bitch, some dumb bitch who shows up sometime. It's me. You definitely seem happier. You're definitely smiling a lot more, which is good, and laughing a lot more.
Thanks.
I mean, you were laughing a lot before, but more. It's like it seems not
It's
almost
like giggly. It's
disingenuine.
giggly.
Yeah, is that medication related, or you're just actually happy, or like,
No, that I never did that until I started hormones.
oh, hmm. Is that okay with you? Or are you like happy that
Yeah,
it's happening? Or okay,
yeah, I like it. I like it.
yeah,
One, I think it's funny, and I don't know.
that's good. I think people who smile and laugh a lot more are just, I guess, more pleasant to be around. Like I want to be around
Hmm.
those people who are actually, even if I'm not funny, like I want to be people around people. That's why I think Chris likes me. I think I'm funny, but she's laughing a lot. I'm like, all right, let's keep this going. Ha ha. I got some more jokes for you, bitch. Ha ha. And she's just like, don't call me a bitch. Like, okay. Uh, um,
You went
yeah.
too far. You went too far
And it's
there.
like, oh, too far, too far, too far. Anyways, but yeah, yeah, it's cool that I haven't dressed up in. I mean, not cool, but it's crazy to think that I haven't dressed up in so long. But also that I keep thinking about it, how I'm okay not being Giselle for so long, but I also know that like not doing it for so long makes me want to do it like go really hard the one
Hmm.
time I do it, which is like it's textbook me, right? Like I'm a person who like, when you like let something build, all of a sudden it like
Mhm.
erupts. It's kind of like,
Mhm.
with your people whose gender who like they push down, push down, push down. And when they finally like do it, it goes like they go overboard and they go crazy and like, oh, you should be more feminine, and then like, you should dress up. And the first time any crossdresser goes out or trans person goes out, they were like the sluttiest, like hyper feminization part of them was like, women don't wear that, right? And they're like, oh, they don't. It's like, yeah, no, it's Sunday, and it's church, and nobody wears high heels, and I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Well, maybe at my church,
That's true.
you might see some. They just go up there and go, "Whoop."
Bloop. Shit, stuff. Shut up your ass. Bloop. Wow, sound effects.
Shit.
Uh,
Um.
yeah.
Oh yeah, dyed my hair.
Oh yeah, very cute. Who dyed it
Thank you,
for you? I
thank
saw
you.
someone did it for you.
Fred, my friend Fred dyed it.
I know, Fred.
He had been bugging the shit out of me.
Okay. I was gonna say, where are you going with this? Okay, cool.
No, he'd been bugging me to dye my hair for like 2 months,
Okay.
and I don't know. I was scared. I was scared to dye my hair.
What was the hesitation to do so?
I
Why?
mean, some of it was me like just being overwhelmed with like choices of colors because I've never even, to be honest, besides like buying a cheap wig,
Okay.
I never really thought of like or even considered a color of hair like
Okay.
actually on my head, like permanently on my head.
Hmm. Why'd you go with the color you went with?
So I made it easy on myself
Okay.
for picking. So I gave myself like the illusion of choice.
Okay. How so?
I told Fred, okay, we're at Walmart, and there's just like Walmart was for all the places we went to. We went to like Target and Walmart, so
Okay.
not even a lot of places.
Okay.
Walmart was the better option. Anyway, we're in the
Okay.
aisle, and there's just like so many freaking choices, and I am just so freaking overwhelmed. Like I don't know which one to go with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling Fred, I'm like, okay, so what I want you to do, just pick out a few colors, and I'll tell you which ones I like from those. So he picks up two, and it was kind of like the eye test, and I'm like, that one. So he put that one down, grab
Okay.
some other one.
Okay.
That one. Okay.
Okay.
And eventually it was between two that I liked.
Sure.
And the one that I liked the most, there was only one, and the box was all like busted and fucked up.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
went with choice number two.
Of course. Of
But
course.
I like it. It turned out good. He did a good job.
Very cool. Um, is this a podcast you want to talk about with Fred, or is that a Patreon exclusive?
That'll probably be a Patreon
Oh, see,
exclusive.
there you go. If anyone wants to listen about Fred, you gotta have to pay a little extra to
Mhm.
listen about it. But yeah, Fred seems cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You should you should
Hmm.
come tomorrow night and come meet Fred.
Why is that when you're sticking stuff up your butt?
Yeah.
Wait, what are you doing tomorrow night? What's happening
We're
tomorrow?
gonna get dinner and then go to the drag show.
Oh, fancy, fancy. Hmm.
Mhm. Mhm. Got to support the local drag.
Where is this local drag place you always go to?
It's in Pasadena,
Okay,
place called the Boulevard.
okay. What's so cool about the Boulevard?
The drag show there on Friday nights is like really good. It's
Yeah.
like really
Well,
really good. It's a free
like I've
show.
I've never, I've never been to one, and according to the news, apparently it's going to turn me gay, so I don't want to go to a drag show.
You've
And
never
it,
been to
and
one?
it's
You've been
been
to
like,
one.
yeah, I've been. Yeah, that's true. I've been to like one, or actually been to like one or two. But if for those who are listening, and I'm like, oh well, drag shows turn my children gay, and I don't want my children gay. Is that true? Are you now gay, Billy? I want to ask you.
No, actually.
Oh, okay. So you're dispelling the myth that it'll turn me gay.
Mhm. Mhm.
So tell us
I
about a drag
mean,
show. I don't know anything about it.
I guess
I had a
you went to
fucking
one with
I
me.
had a fucking Long Island iced tea, bitch, off your suggestion. I don't remember much other than it was.
You were there, but you weren't really there.
Yeah, I wasn't gone. Yes, but tell me
To
what
to be honest, though, I don't remember any of the show. So,
but so like your drag show. What makes this one so cool or so good according to you?
the host is really good. She does a really good show. Borgia. She's really
Okay,
good. She's very personable. She always says hi and gives hugs and she's super great. And then just a lot of the performers are really good. A lot of them are from a lot of the big places around here. And it's like it's a free show, so it's like
very cool.
not
Might as
far from
well.
my house. I might as well.
Yeah,
I can go there. I'll drink my one White Claw, which I probably shouldn't with the Zoloft.
yeah.
Um,
Go crazy.
but
No, don't go crazy. Sorry.
yeah. But it's I don't know. It's just a really good show. It's like a smaller, it's a smaller setting and it's a bit more intimate.
Hmm.
But it's a fun place.
Okay, very cool.
They do karaoke before and like so they do karaoke before the show. The show starts like at 11.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people that go in there and sing are like really good.
Okay.
I guess California, not super shocking, probably,
Yeah, there are a
maybe
lot of talented
like
people
that
here.
area. Um,
Yeah.
but a lot of people are like really, really good.
Yeah.
They'll start the drag show like 11
Okay.
ish. They'll have like three or four performers. I forget. Then they'll have like karaoke between. Then they'll do another set of the show,
Okay.
and it's just I don't know. It's just a really good time.
Hmm. All right.
You should come out.
I don't know about tomorrow night, but maybe we'll see
You should come out tomorrow night.
with a free show. Cool. Nice. But you're with Fred, who we'll talk about in our Patreon exclusive. You have to pay extra for that. Patreon.com/CrossYAAS.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I haven't promoted it in a while, but if anyone wants to check it out, let us know. I know a couple people have unsubscribed, which is totally okay, totally understandable. But a couple of people have resubscribed or subscribed. So thank you all to those who are still subscribed to the CrossYAAS podcast. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We still
Thank
need
you
the money,
for thank you for
help
subscribing and supporting.
because we're recording this now and we only have 2 hours max because
Mm-hmm.
we now have to pay for it because Zencaster is being a bunch of dicks, and we're not sponsored by them, so they
Mm-hmm.
suck. So
And
we have to,
I don't want to
yeah,
pay the money. So
yeah. So we're gonna create as
or
many
response.
emails as possible.
Yeah.
Hella emails. We got so many email.
Live stream ended.
I know, and we're just gonna get shut down right now.
Oh
Yeah. Bloop. Uh, yes.
my gosh.
Anyways,
How about you?
what about me?
How's your mental state?
I am okay.
Oh,
I know where I'm struggling with, but honestly, having a puppy is a fucking nightmare. And I mean, it's not a nightmare. It's fun, but like, I don't have kids. I mean, we're trying still. But I can only imagine I'm always wary of him. Like when so he so I was telling Billy this earlier. Chumps ate a Apple Pencil, like one of Chris's Apple pencils, and so like he ate it yesterday, and Chris is like super scared, and so should I take him to the vet? I don't know. Like, so she's super worried. I wasn't here because I was working. I flew in, and so like I took him to the dog park today, and she's like, she called me. She said, "Did you check his poop? Is it Apple Pencil in there?" So I'm like actively looking for pencil bits in his fucking poop, like a fucking crazy person, just like all like like Mr. Burns, like with my hands, excellent, like fucking with the poop, and I'm looking for it, and I'm like, it's not here. I've done it for like his last 2-3 poops, so I
but
figure it was like,
have
yeah,
you found anything interesting?
yeah. I told Billy I found a piece of spinach. I was like, ooh, spinach. I'm like, ooh, it's dark. I'm like, is this apple bit? No, it's a vegetable though. But no, I mean, my mental state is it's weird. It's very like I get super hyper focused. I've told Billy this, told this on the podcast. So, and people who've listened to the podcast and seen episodes, like I have a really bad time with balance. So I think everyone does, but me, and I know Billy's saying she has some ADHD. My ADHD is like to the extreme. Like when I get super hyper focused on something, I will go crazy on it. So with podcasting, I know with I think like late earlier last year or the year before. Remember when I had like 3 months of just like I'll release like 10, 15 episodes in a month,
Mhm,
and then
mhm.
I'll go like 1 month not releasing anything, and I'll like super focused, and then 1 month I'll release another 10, and everyone's like, you need to space these out, and I'm like, no, fuck you, you don't tell me what to do, and then I'll just do whatever, and it's not, I guess, the greatest, but it's just like that's me. Like I'll get super focused on podcasting. I'll get super focused on, I don't know, cross dressing or being trans stuff. And I think right now it's cryptocurrency. So my main focus on that is cryptocurrency and this guy. Sorry, one funny thing is Chomps's balls have dropped. So
Oh.
like I like pointing them out. Little ballsies. So we got to get him neutered. But every time I'm like, dude, his balls like are like super big. So it's kind of like whoop, boop, boop. Sorry, it's funny.
You playing with his balls?
Yeah, I'm like, ha, ha, ha. With my tongue out, ha, ha. Sorry, ADHD. It's really bad. Um, yeah, but that my mental state is so like dependent on I don't know the wind. I don't know, fucking like it'll go like yeah, I'm super happy, and then fuck, I'm super like I don't know low. So if you look at the market right now, it's really like shitty. So like my mood can be kind of like my mental state's kind of crappy, but I don't know. I just know in the long term it'll work out. And like I was telling Billy, I want to retire soon. Like I would love to retire in the next year or two. And I think one way through that is cryptocurrency. And again, people are like, "You're fucking crazy. They're insane." But I truly believe in it. And so that's why I've taken such a break from the podcast. Is I truly believe in this. Like, and I hope this is like, well, if I have enough money, I can help Billy and we can both retire and do podcasting for our full time day job. Like I would love to do that shit and just talk about Chomps' balls all day. Like
I mean, I'm all for that kind of support, so,
yeah. So
you're not crazy to me.
yeah, so while I'm doing that, Billy will do podcasting stuff in the meantime, and here I'll do episodes here and there. So literally, my mental state has been just focused on trying to retire early. Like I know it sucks, but like I don't want to work anymore, and it goes with the taxes too. Like I owe so much in taxes, and I've kind of learned how the world works a little more, and I've just been on this like I guess personal journey of like I don't know independence, like learning about how the world works, money, finances, so I don't know. But I get really like hermit crabby. I don't know. I'm sure you're like this too, Billy, where you're like, I don't want to talk to anyone. I want to just focus on this. Like, and whether that's your own mental state, and people and anyone can probably attest to this too, is like when you get into something and you really believe in it, like you'll do whatever it takes to get what if that means, you want, to believe in your road to your transness, or if that means your road to financial freedom or your road to, you know, you're graduating high school, college, or whatever it is, like you should go to it. And I struggle with like, you should let people in and balance. And like one really thing I'm struggling with is weight right now. I've gained so much weight in the last 2 years, maybe 3 years with the pandemic. Because I mean, I've talked about this in podcasts too. Sorry, I'm always throwing it back. Is I attributed like my femininity to like how I looked, but
Mhm.
like I'm also like aging, so like I'm learning how like you know, like when I would always go out and dressed up and I would go to clubs or bars or, that kind of thing where I had to look a certain way. Where I'm realizing now, like, I have to dress a certain way differently. I can't wear the slutty outfits or the,
Yeah, you
you know,
can, why not?
I can, but like, it's not, okay, well, maybe this is a debate just topic, but are you supposed to dress your age, right? Or are you supposed to dress the way, right? Like, no, I mean, some people do look great at 50 or 60 looking like, a, a typical 18-year-old or,
You're
like,
younger than me.
no, no, but by like 2 years. But you know what I mean? Like as you get older, you know what you want, right? Like when you're 20 and you're 25, most of you can. I mean, some people in their 30s don't know what they want, and so like, who are you impressing? And part of it was I dressed up to kind of impress and kind of show off, and I do love the flirtatious aspect. People really like looking at you, but like as you get older, a lot less people look at you because I don't know. There's other younger people. Does that make sense? Right? There's like I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know, I don't seem to have that issue.
yeah, but also you don't. I love how you dress, Billy, and how you just like you're yourself. And maybe it's just like a jealousy aspect where you just
How
seem more
so?
free.
How so?
Like I think you were a little more reserved before. Like I remember you would be like a little scared or a little thing. Now you're just like you stopped giving a fuck, which is great, right? I mean, you gave a, a, little bit of a fuck before, but now you're just like whatever, right? No.
Like, I don't know, I'm still confused because I don't like.
Remember when we first went out and you were worried about your nails? Remember that your nails came off at
Oh,
Sears?
all those nails I was trying to stick on when I'm, like,
Yeah,
drunk as shit.
yeah. But
That doesn't
and then,
count.
but I guess it's just there's this. I guess for me, it's this like I still have this self consciousness about me, which everyone still does. But like I don't know, I just like the way I used to. I'm not used to that yet. About like you have to get used to getting older, and I don't know if I have that like because I guess I related my dressing up to this youth part of me, which is I guess
Mhm.
I kind of feel bad that it's gone now. So I'm like older and I don't know, heavier set, and I just got to get used to dressing up that way. Honestly, I also haven't bought clothes for like the new way I look, so all my clothes are very tight.
Well, they're
They're very,
definitely out of season.
yeah, out of season and out of year. Out of decade is that a thing? Because
I mean, the stuff's coming back, though, so I don't know.
yeah, yeah, 1960s is coming back, and the 1990s is back. So I don't know, but I guess to answer your question, my mental state's okay. I'm still here, still like trying to make the most and just trying to I don't know make it all work out. But doing okay, doing okay. It's been rough the past year and a half or so, market related, and trying for a kid and dating
Mhm.
this bald guy. This guy's balls crush me. He's always like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Balls."
He's like, "Stop playing with my balls."
Because it's so weird the
Um,
way he sits and his balls like are like so prominent. It's like, what the
I know
fuck,
I've had a dog with balls before. I'm
right? And
well aware how the
it's
balls
weird because
act.
he's also like, "What the fuck are these?" Right? Because he sits down and, like, he has to adjust himself a certain way. It's kind of like I know as a guy, any men out there, assigned male at birth, when your balls are just, like, they get stuck a certain way, you're like, "Ah, this is weird. Ah." I mean, assigned female at birth don't know, but, like, these balls are just when it's, like, a hot day and they're just, like, sagging, you're like, "Ah, Jesus." And they get stuck and you're like, "Ah, the fuck?" So, I don't know. It's a lot of adjustments. Well, Billy, talk about your balls. I don't know.
They're small and sucked up most of the
Oh,
time. I don't
yeah.
know. Not much to talk about them.
There you go.
They're pretty
Sucked up by the
inactive.
person? I'm just kidding. No, we'll talk about that in
No, no.
there you go.
Patreon spoilers, no.
Patreon exclusive, everyone. There
Spoilers, no.
you go. Anyway,
Well, I want to I want to really encourage you to try to explore your Giselle side.
thank you.
At least,
Appreciate it.
at least in some factor,
Yeah,
sometime soon. I think that would be really good for you.
I agree.
Either maybe just to let loose or to express a side you haven't expressed in a long time. To maybe even see if it's still something you're interested in doing.
Yeah. And I think I'm still one of the few who really can do just cross dressing on a temporary basis. I know it's really rare, and I know for this podcast and the Discord, it's really rare. Like everybody on there definitely has some like eggness to them, like
Mm-hmm.
bro, you need to crack. Like you
Mm-hmm.
totally need to get out of this and the way you need to go and you're just choosing not to. There's a lot of that on the Discord. And sometimes I see that. I'm like, "Oh yeah, you definitely need to explore this side of you because it is glaringly obvious." But whatever. Teach their own. Oh, there goes Chumps.
Uh-oh. He's
There's
like,
his
what are
balls.
these?
What are these balls?
What's that weird smell?
There you go. It's weird, it's weird balls. It's so funny.
Oh, I thought he was gonna hump the pillow.
Sometimes he does.
Oh my gosh.
Man. Anyways, do you want to do Patreon stuff, Billy? I don't know if you
Sure.
any last words for the people who don't have Patreon or people who listen to our.
Um, I think if you are in a lull with your dressing or expressing yourself, it might be a good time to try to explore that side again soon.
Agreed.
And I'm
Agreed.
not just saying that straight to you, so just
Yeah, obviously. It's just
but I am
you're
saying
looking
it
at me.
directly to you. I'm
Yeah,
looking
but you're
right at
somewhere.
you. I'm looking right at you.
Well, I'm not saying this to anyone specific, but if your friend, you know, Fred, I'm not talking to you, Billy, but if your friend Fred, is that his name? That was his name, right? I
Hmm.
don't know. Oh, well, if your
He
friend
wants to.
Fred, or
Fred wants to meet you. by the
Oh
way.
wow,
Yeah,
wow. There you
you're
go.
famous with Fred. You're
Oh
famous.
yes, one fan. You hear that? Hear that, Chumps?
It's your only
Oh
fan.
yeah, my only fan. Only fan. Yeah. Well, for anyone who has a Fred out there, you should explore that, and yeah, you should see where that goes. Just saying, and keep being you. For those who are listening, explore your transness, please. And
But
there's,
but also maybe if you're going through a difficult time, it's okay to reach out for help.
yes, always. And come to the Discord.
That's
We have
not
Discord too.
that
Yes,
is not a sign of weakness at all. If anything, it takes a lot of guts and courage to reach out for help when you're going through a lot of issues like that.
it is true. And the
So,
Discord's always there. Even when I
mhm,
leave and I come back, and I'm like, oh look, everyone's still here.
mhm.
They're there for you, reaching out. So yeah.
Cool.
Anyways, all right, let's
All
go
right,
to.
we have 69 minutes left for the
All right, we
Patreon.
gotta
So
hurry up, everyone. Come to the
shit.
Discord. Come to the
Ah.
Patreon.